Hey everybody, welcome to League Mentality 101. Clash Pressure is what I'm going to call this video. So, in the background, the gameplay that you'll be seeing is from one of the ranked games I had today. I only played like 3 or 4, and I think all of them were losses. It was overall a terrible day. I'd gotten to promos yesterday, and then I lost 2 games, and then I lost, the rest today, and it's just didn't go well. And this was one of the games that I had. And I figured this is the game I had the most fun playing, so I'll show it. Not the game I did the best, not the game I did the worst. Just, I enjoyed it. We're gonna be watching the new for now until he eventually AFKs, and in which case we'll switch over to me. It won't take that long, don't worry. So, onto the main topic of today's video, which is Clash Pressure. I'll be taking it from the point of view that I can only speak of personally, which is playing with friends. I played with friends. If you're an individual who plays with others that you meet through Reddit or otherwise, did he try smiting that? No, he didn't. Okay, he doesn't have smite. What was he? It's fine. Yeah, he just walks down and he ends because he's inting because of our ADC's win rate, which is 38%. So yeah, he's gonna die here. He leaves the game. Whatever. Sorry, I got distracted. I just don't understand why people have such fragile mentalities. There was nothing mean said to him. There was, no one banned his champion out. He was just looking at op.gg's, saw that the Ezreal had a 38% win rate. Ezreal provided an explanation that like, hey, my little brother was on my account, and even if that wasn't true, which, who am I to say if it was or wasn't? Doesn't matter. If you're a good enough player, your teammates' win rates shouldn't really matter too much. Again, you're the only person who's a common denominator in every single one of your games. That's an entirely different topic for another video, however, which I've already covered a little bit in AFKers and Tilt. Back to Clash Pressure. There's a couple things I've noticed when playing Clash. Some of them positive. There's like a very big mentality that forms where we're all very intent on trying to improve ourselves during, a little bit before, and a little bit after. Like it's when I think we try to improve ourselves more so than we would normally. Like there's like a pressure or a goal that we have set that we want to reach. So that's a really good outcome and effect that comes from Clash Pressure as a whole. So I feel like it will push the community of League in a more positive way, where they try to find information that they wouldn't normally try to go out of their way to get. Be it learning how to freeze waves properly, learning drafting, especially drafting, because drafting I feel like is a very underused skill in even in competitive League of Legends. There's very few teams I feel that draft properly with themes in mind, and just think of lanes as singular dynamics rather than going out of that like, this champion counters another champion, so we should play that champion here. And that champion's also decent, but that champion may be like a hard engage tank in your poke comp, and he doesn't really provide anything. But yeah, so that's one of the positives I think that come from Clash. One of the negatives, in my opinion, is we could also probably fast forward this a little bit, because I feel like this isn't too engaging. It's just me trying to survive in a lane where I will have no jungle pressure, and yeah, I think I do a pretty good job of that. So some of the negatives that come from Clash Pressure, I feel, are the ways that it can hurt friend groups a lot. I definitely have tried to avoid certain individuals that I've played with in Clash before when making a Clash team again in the future, because I do want to win Clash. And Clash is a different beast than solo queue because you're all in comms, so team management and higher skill macro is required. So when you have someone who loses and you're in tier 4 at the time, and you're like, how are you losing to bronze players? It really hurts. It hurts you mentally, and you don't want to be mad at that person, but you find yourself, becoming more and more frustrated with them. That's one of the downsides. Another one of the downsides, another one of the big downsides at least, is I found that whenever your team's doing good, there's a nice like bubbly atmosphere, and it's like, oh yeah, whatever. But if your team's doing bad, I've found that at least in the groups of individuals I've interacted with, maybe I'm in maybe more competitive groups than others, but I feel like Clash is for more competitive people as a whole anyway. I found that there will be a silence that kind of takes over the call, or if you're doing it all in person, which 5 computers in a single area is kind of weird. But hey, do you? It'll get kind of silent in the room, and no one will say anything for like 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll start treating it like solo queue. Like I've turned up my music like full blast, muted the Discord, and just played. And those are the games where like I did bad. Like those are the games where I just felt like I was inting, and I wasn't doing great, and I was very frustrated with my performance because whenever I'm inting in solo queue, I'm just hurting my solo queue teammates, and I'm completely okay with hurting my solo queue teammates because I don't know them, never met them before. I play champs like this because I'm okay with looking like an asshole, because I'm trying to improve myself. But in Clash, I'm not trying to improve myself. I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to become a better player. I'm trying to use the skills that I have at the time in order to make it so that way me and my team can continue playing together in this competitive setting. Even if you have like minimal investment, like emotional investment, you probably will still have some form of investment inside of that tournament, because it's a tournament. You went in knowing it was a tournament. You went in knowing that there was a competitive nature to it. There's no way that you won't have some form of emotional investment in it. Sorry, also a really good song just came on. I don't know. So I think I combined 2 points there, which was one being, hey, just because someone isn't necessarily super competitive and like on the outset looking like they're gonna care too much about Clash, if they end up doing bad, or even if they end up doing good, you still recognize that they are trying to do their best. And the other point I think I was trying to get across before was how one of the negatives of Clash is that the seriousness of the game can kind of hurt friendships as a whole, due to the fact that like if someone does bad or you do bad, the room will kind of go quiet. No one wants to say anything because it's rude. It's rude to be like, you fucked up, because they're your friends. If they're a random solo teammate, you could probably do it. If they're a random in the Clash team, maybe you couldn't do it. But here it's like, I had a random in my last Clash, or my previous Clash game, not the last one, not the Sunday one, but the Saturday one, and they fucked up a lot. But no one said anything. But the room did go quiet. The room was extremely quiet. They tried to FF. Everyone was like, God, just stop. It was a bad time. And even though other people were fucking up, we were like, focusing in on this guy. Then he left. We kicked him. I was like, whatever. See you later, dude. Have a great day. Whatever. See you later. And we then turned to a friend of ours, and we were like, you also fucked up. And he did. He fucked up. And like pointing it out, in a normal scenario, it wouldn't have been bad. But he was heated, and we were also heated. And so we're like, you fucked up. You just had to play safe. And he's like, I couldn't play safe there. What the fuck are you talking about? And it just goes back and forth where me and another person are, telling this person and his support, that they fucked up. And looking at it now, like, they did fuck up. However, there were other causes of that game, like our mid laner, who were problems that needed to be rectified. I also probably didn't play perfectly that game. I did go 10-3 that game. I would like to clarify that here. I'm not just spewing shit. But I probably could have maneuvered around the map more to more actively use my lead, rather than just be nothing at the time. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of my thoughts. I'm sorry this video wasn't as streamlined or pinpointed as the other ones because there was a lot of topics I really wanted to cover here. Maybe I could have separate them into multiple different videos. I just thought that I don't know. Maybe some people out there have shared similar experiences in Clash where, you know, maybe things have gotten awkward in a friend group or you don't really know how to handle a situation in it. And I hope that this at least, shed some light that you aren't the only friend group or group of individuals playing Clash that have these issues. I don't think I can really give any answers as of right now. Maybe in a future video I could, because I myself don't really know how to give answers for these kinds of situations. League is still it's an older game, but these kinds of tournaments are fairly new. They've been very sporadic, so I feel like the issues that they represent for the community as a whole haven't really been discovered yet. So we'll see how that goes coming on in the future. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe. Come check me out at twitch.tv/marshmallow where I stream Monday through Friday. It's 9 EST to 2 EST, I believe, is the time. It's 7 to 12 my time, do the conversions, whatever. It's mountain time for me. I want to say that as well. There's an individual who called me out for not streaming last Monday. There are sometimes extenuating outlier circumstances. I'm dumb. I can't use big words. I'm sorry. But yeah, sometimes there's weird circumstances that prevent me from streaming, and so I didn't stream last Monday, and I started late today. And or was it Tuesday? No. What? Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah. It's great. I'm getting an Instagram soon. That's all. See y'all later. Peace.